DJ Palmer is the new head coach at Hartwood High School. Hear from him as he talks about his goals, his vision, and more. Hartwood is a first-year school up in the northern area of Virginia, but keep an eye on them. Jermaine Johnson is the former EC Glass assistant football coach. He went to Heritage. He is the athletic director. But right now, it's all DJ Palmer here on the Sports Buffet podcast. Talking to DJ Palmer. He is the new head coach at Hartwood High School.
Yes, sir.
Easy question, maybe it's easy. Why? I mean, a first-year school, why take that job?
Bob, I think the thing that entices you the most about a first-year school in this area is just the opportunity to establish your own traditions, coming into it knowing that I've been around Stafford. I think we moved here in 97. And since I moved here, we've built new schools, Colonial Forge, Mountain View, and I've watched those schools have success. I've seen the excitement that surrounds them, and knowing just that area of Stafford needed another school, and so the area that it draws from is going to be pretty talent loaded. So I think that was the reason why I was attracted to it.
I can't say that things won't change because, like we said, it's a first-year school. What imprint are you looking to put on a program taking over in the first year?
I mean, I don't know if it's more about putting on my imprint as it is to just guiding the ship. I think that going into it with the guys that I have probably the best coaching staff that I've ever been a part of in my life already in place. Some of these guys came with me from the school I just left, and then some of these guys have been waiting in the wing just for an opportunity to be at a public school, and so here we go with our opportunity to do so. My biggest thing is the energy, the environment, the culture, the success culture that we bring. We've pretty much taken that to all the places that we've gone. And I've had an opportunity to coach at some of the different schools in this area and take bits and pieces from some of the most successful coaches around. And so I'm hoping that I can continue that kind of legacy at Hartwood. And so that's what we're looking forward to.
What else should people know about you that you may not have just said in that great answer, by the
way? Man, I'm a country boy, man. I do things slow at my own pace in my own way, but I'm gonna make sure these kids are yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. They're gonna get rooted and grounded. They're gonna know, how to be polite. They're gonna learn real life lessons at Hartwood, man. And that's one thing about my staff. I got guys that come from all walks of life. I got some ex-military guys, some ex-Marines, some guys that are in the IT field. Myself, I work for the government, and I'll be, transitioning over there. And I got some guys that have no kids. I got some guys with adult kids. My sons are in their 20s when they grew up playing in this area. And so they're going to get all kinds of leadership and different varieties of leadership and life skills, and guys who genuinely, I told the AD, I said, we're going to have guys who are going to love the kids, they're going to love the school, and they're going to love football. And you can't go wrong with that combination of guys. So I'm excited about that, about bringing those guys in. And, man, yeah, just having the opportunity to expound on what's already been done in our area. I think the most exciting part about Hartwood and me getting the job is that I grew up around here, so I saw the good, I saw the bad. I'm definitely gonna do things my way though, man. Like I said, I'm from the country. I come from a small town in Arkansas, and one thing I can tell you about the South is they love their sports. They take things seriously when it comes to their sports. They shut the whole town down,
Yeah.
and they get locked in for it. So I'm gonna bring that kind of mentality to Hartwood, man. So it's gonna be all about the kids. We're gonna do things that nobody else is doing. We're gonna make these kids feel like the top of the world, because I feel like right now we're in a time where kids need it, man. Kids need more human interaction than anything else. Everything has been so digital and things like that. So we're going to disconnect and reconnect, I guess, if that makes sense.
It does. Define the word leadership for me.
Man, leadership is being in the front, being willing to take the blows, but having the heart and the mindset to make sure that everybody else is successful around you. I think that for me, I've been in leadership positions honestly my entire life. SCA when I was in elementary school and in middle school, things like that. Leadership in my church, just being the person that's willing to put everybody else on your back. But also for me, man, making sure you're not a good leader if you're not a good follower. So I want to be in a position where I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly taking on things. I'm increasing myself and enriching myself so that everybody who's following me can get better. If the people around you aren't getting any better from you being around, you're not a good leader, man. You're just a dictator, or you're just somebody's out giving you're a supervisor,
Right.
pretty much.
Just giving orders. If you could
Just giving orders.
if you could show your kids film of one guy from maybe the 80s or when you grew up, who would you show them? I don't care if it's pro, college, whatever level.
Oh man. Honestly, I'm a huge Jerry Rice fan.
Okay.
Jerry Rice was my guy. I think that when I watched Jerry's film about him, his workouts and the things that he used to do with his dad, I think that's what a lot of these kids are missing nowadays, is that behind the scenes stuff, man. Everything is so Instagram and Twitter and what you see guys doing, and they're only showing you the good stuff on video. They're not showing you the guys that's running the hills and catching the bricks and doing all those kind of things. And that's what sparked me about Jerry Rice, watching him grow up, was just the dirty work, man. That kind of work is what carries you in the long run. I literally just had this conversation the other day with one of my coaches about how the kids don't understand the behind the scenes dirty work, and that's real life, man. That's about being a man, is being able to grab hold of the process and the dirty work. And I think Jerry Rice was that dude. So
When you
and
said,
he wasn't the fastest guy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean
Yep.
to cut you off, but he
No, you're
wasn't the
fine.
fastest guy. But he was always wide open because he loved the technique. He loved the little things. I mean, that's what carried him. So
When you said coming from the South, I almost thought, of a Bo Jackson type answer, just because I feel like people don't know who Bo Jackson is as much now as they should. And,
yeah.
Bo Jackson, if he never gets injured, who knows?
Oh, I know.
Who
I
knows?
know. But you know what? You know why I didn't say Bo Jackson, man? Because we know Bo, right? We
Yeah.
know Bo went to big time college. He played at the highest level. Jerry Rice went to Mississippi Valley State,
Right.
man. Like if I ask you to show me Mississippi Valley State on the map right now and it was right in front of you, you wouldn't be able to pick it out. You know what I mean? So
Nope.
he's a guy who got it from the mud. He came from the bottom up, man. And those kind of stories are, who I am. Come from a single parent home. My mom was in the Army. She was tough as nails. She was also an All-American athlete. She ran track. She played basketball, but she raised 3 sons. And, I give her all the credit for my work ethic and everything that she did to show me. And so for me, it's always the underdog story. You talk about the guys who, get it from the bottom and they work their way up. And it kind of reflects who I am as a coach. And so Jerry Rice, I guess, did that, which is why I would, I probably would be interested in him.
Absolutely. What's the biggest thing your mom taught you growing up?
Man, it's funny you say that. Leadership is what my mom taught me. My mom taught me that being a leader sometimes means that when people are looking at you in the front, they don't realize the scars that's on your back. And so it's one of those things where, like, hey, listen, I've gone through so much that they're never even going to know about, just to be in this position to help them get to places so they never have to go through what I've gone through. And so I can tell you that flat out, man. Even it's funny you talk, because right now my kids, they don't know that side of my mom. When grandmas get to be grandmas, now they're nice, now they're soft, now they're sweet, But back in the day, my mom was a drill sergeant in the Army, and she had us tightened up, man. And so, but it was leadership, man. It was tough love, but it was also making people feel like they were valued. And so that's what leadership does. Leadership takes and makes people feel like no matter how small or how big their role is, they're valued. And so that's probably the biggest thing she's taught me.
2 final questions. How much do you feel like fatherhood can help you coach football?
Oh man, dude, that's a big one for me, because again, my mom was a single parent. My dad, they split when I was 7.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was a Major League Baseball player. Played a couple seasons in MLB. Probably could have played more. He got injured and never went back. But long story short, he was my hero. And so for me, when he left, it kind of messed me up a little bit, but it made me determined to be the best father I can be. So fatherhood for me became something for me to study, became something for me to learn, to grab hold to master. And so having that feeling lets me know when these kids come in, sometimes they don't have a father figure at home, or they don't have that role model or that person they can look up to. And I think fatherhood is one of those things that carries the game along. I mean, even when you talk about some of the guys that played at big time colleges and all that, I mean, they reflect on coaches like Nick Saban and all these guys who, man, it was just the sacrifices that they made reminded them of fatherhood. The sacrifices that, for me as a coach, I don't even know these kids coming in, but I'm willing to make a sacrifice for you because you are a son to me or you're on my team, you know. And so that means a lot. And again, fathers have to make sacrifices. Fathers got to show up in the morning. They got to wake up and do things that while everybody's still sleeping. Sometimes your father is up all night long while everybody's in the bed, and he's doing things in the house and things like that. So I relate that to football all the time, man. I definitely can parallel that to the game.
Yeah, and I think the sacrifice for one guy might look different for the other guy, but sacrifice at the end of the day
Absolutely.
is sacrifice. So,
Absolutely. I totally agree. Totally
final
agree.
question. Hope to talk to you again soon. At the end
Yes.
of the year, what is defined as success? Is it based on record, or is it based on grooming of young men, or what do you view as success by the end of the year?
Success for me will look like if we start out with 80 kids in our program, then next year we have 180. I mean, I know that's an exaggeration, but success for me means everybody wants to come back. Everybody wants to come back, and everybody's excited about it. I mean, I know we're going to win football games because, like I said, we got kids that are good, but we also got coaches that love the game. They know the game. But success to me means that guys are literally can't wait to get started again. I mean, when you have a great season like that, whether you go 0-10 or whatever, I mean, they know why you went 0-10, so they're excited to get back to work and get back and right your wrongs. Or, you know, we might go undefeated, but we're still not satisfied. You know, that would be success for me.